Hey guys, what's up? What's up? What's up? So I'm coming to you today, guys, because I wanted to show you exactly what you can do with a charger plate and a foam board. You can make these beautiful display boxes for your gifts, for your Valentine's Day gifts, for your Mother's Day gifts, and probably even Easter or Father's Day. Um, but I'm going to get right into it, but I wanted to stop for a second and thank you guys for joining me and taking the time out to see how I create these beautiful display boxes. So let's get right into it. So what you are going to need is you're going to need a charger plate, a foam board, and a glue gun, and some lace. That's all you need. And I put lights in these boxes, so the lights are optional. Dollar Tree has the heart lights. They're $1.25 if you just need to get some. These lights came from Amazon. You can also order them from Amazon, Temu, and a couple other retails carry the fairy lights. So we are going to get right into it. So let me just set this down. And I want to show you guys just how simple and easy this is. It's so simple. Let's get right into it. So you are going to take your foam board, and it's 20 by 30. And I got this from the Dollar Tree. Probably you're going to take the tag off. The little sales tag, take that tag off. And it just peels right off. Peels right off. So we have our foam board. We are going to cut this in two pieces. Depending on the height of the basket or the display box that you are making will depend on which way how you cut it. So this box right here is 17 and a half, and this one is 14. So if I want to make a bigger box, I'll cut it higher. If I want to make a smaller box, I'll cut it lower, depending on the items that you decide to place in your display boxes. So I have my foam board. I have the 20-inch here coming this way and the 30-inch going that way. The 20-inch is going to cover the circumference of half the circumference of the charger plate. And it's about 20 inches from here to here. Most of the charger plates, they are roughly about the same size. I have a stack over here, and they're from different places, and they're all the same size. So the height of this one, I'm going to make, I use black foam board for this. This design, I'm going to use a white foam board. The colors is going to be red and white. So let's get right into it. So I have my foam board, and I'm going to measure up how far I want this to be, how tall I want it to be. So I think I want to make this one probably, let's go 17. I'll go 17 instead of 17 and a half. And I'm going to make a little indentation right there where the 17 is. I'm going to take my charger plate just to make sure that I'm leaving me enough room for this, and I'm not. So I'm going to come down, because the top of the board we're going to use for the top of this, and we're going to measure that with this. So I'm going to measure, I'm going to come here, and I want to use as much of this board as I can, so I'm probably going to do this. I'm going to take a flat surface, leave me a little bit of room in between where I'm going to cut at and where the plate is, where the plate ends. So I'll make a dot here, and I'll make a dot here. Then I'm going to measure up with your measuring tape. And it says it's exactly, I believe it's 16. Well, It's exactly, let's say, 15 and 3/4. So I'm going to come on this side and measure up 15 and 3/4. 15 and 3/4. I'm going to make a little notch there. Then I'll mark it with my marker. Then I'm going to take another straight edge. And I can move this plate, charger plate out the way for now. Take my marker and go across. And meet this dot over here with this dot, and that'll give me a straight edge. So move it up a little bit and just mark it straight across. Now what you can do is when you mark it straight across, because I'm going to use a tool to cut this, but when you mark it straight across, you can press down. Let me see. Well, actually, I might not. If I press down, I don't need to use the tool. So press down and you'll score the board, which means breaking the board. Can you hear that going all the way down in there? Then I'll take my board and I can snap it. Since I scored this foam board, it easily snaps. Then I'll come on the back and I can once again use this, the tip of this pen marker, and break it. And that's the easy way to do it without using the tool. And I have a cardboard cutter. This cardboard cutter came from Amazon. So I made a little boo right here. But this piece I'm going to use for the charger plate, so it really don't matter. But just to show you how this works. It has a light if you need the light to guide you. It also has a couple other safety features, but I just turned it on, and I'll go and I can straighten out that edge just like that. So I like this little nifty tool. And once again, it came from Amazon, and it is the Velo. It's spelled VLOXO. This is cardboard, electric scissors. Electric scissors. I'll call it a cardboard cutter. So let me continue to move on. So we have our, I'm going to leave this here for a second. So now we have our piece that we are going to use to wrap around. And now we need the top. So we're going to take the charger plate that I'm going to use, lay it on here, but I'm going to come this way because remember, we're using this whole piece of foam board. We're not going to waste any of it. So now I'm going to take my pen again, press through. This time I'm just going to press through. Try not to move the board while you're pressing. I should actually have something on this table because I think I'm pressing all the way through and maybe marking up my, is this permanent? Marking up my table. So you probably, if you're using like your kitchen table or work table that you don't want to damage, you should probably lay something underneath as to not damage your table. I didn't damage it. So now I have this. Now I'm going to take my X-Acto knife. Just going to grab it You can take an X-Acto knife if you'd like. If you don't, just push this pin through and finish breaking it and come all around for something sharp. So I'm gonna come all the way around. Notice this time, my table's wood. Notice this time I got the charger plate up underneath it. I think I got enough scratches on this table. And just come around. And you're going along the part that you marked. So it's just about done. Couple more spots holding on. Push it through. Set that to the side. Now on these here, I have a piece of foam board running inside underneath there to hold the roses, also to hide some of the lights or the bar that I'm going to use to hang these little dangling things. See how this moves? Okay. So I'm going to use this part of the board. And so this one has a really wide one, which is probably about two inches. And this one just has an inch. So this one is going to be a tall one. So I'm going to use the 2-inch one. So I'm just measuring. Here it goes. I like to measure by sight, but I'm just going to do this just because. So about there. Snap it. Score it. And now I have my 3 pieces out of, and I can make another bar if I'd like. If I wanted to make a small board or a big board, we're going to leave it at the big board for now. I'm going to toss that over to the side just in case I want to use it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my piece of cardboard, or foam board, I'm so sorry. So now we know that the 20 inches, which is this side, wait, let's just make sure. Yes. So the 20 inches is the long side. So the long side. So we're going to take the long side. We're going to place this here just like this is something on this board. I'm going to place it just like this. I'm going to place it on the back. Now we're going to start to score our board. So you have the 20 inches facing towards you. You are going to take another board. And this is just to be precise and neat. You don't have to do this. We are going to score the board. I'm going to take a pen and just go down and score my board. We're going to make lines. And the purpose of this is so that this board will fit around the circumference of the basket, the charger plate, very easily. You can bend this. Once you score it, it bends. So I'm making, I want to say, 1.5 inches. slits. So I'm pushing through with the pen, but I'm not pushing all the way through to break it or to make any holes in the back side, because I want this to continue and remain one piece. So you can do this freehand. Freehand is a little faster, but you just got to be steady and precise with it. And sometimes doing it freehand, you may mess up and get like a wiggly line. But we want the appearance of it to be as sharp as possible. So that's why we are measuring with the other board, or guiding ourselves with the other board. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to just start to snap these. Okay, so now I have it snapped. Okay, so now I'm going to take my charger plate that I'm going to use, set it here, take the board, lay it flat on the table, and just press up against the charger plate to make an indentation in the bottom of the plate. I mean, an indentation in the bottom of the foam board. So if you just push it, apply a little pressure all the way around, and now it should leave an indentation. The camera, it may be faint on the camera, but by doing that, this part of the bottom of the indentation will rest on whatever surface you place it on. The indentation will allow for the plate to sit in that groove. So let's continue making that. I'm going to take some scissors. I'm going to push down in that indentation with the scissors. Because the scissors has a wide, like, if you don't open them up, it's wide, just wide enough for that charger plate to sit down in this groove. And I'm pressing through once again, but not hard enough to break to the back side. Now I can snap it a little bit. Snap it, but don't break it. Okay. Now I'm going to take my charger plate, and looks like I do not have the heat gun heating up, and that is a boo-boo. So now I have my charger plate, and I need to wait for that to heat up. Ugh. So there is something else you can do. You can take glue, let's see, and glue it, or you can take hot glue and glue it to the charger plate. Let's use some glue. So if you can use glue, and I would suggest, if you use glue, I would also suggest using hot glue to secure it as well. What the glue would do is it'll just give you an extra layer of security. So this is actually Gorilla Glue Clear Grip Contact Adhesive. This Gorilla Glue, it has a little smell to it when you first apply it, but that smell goes away. So I'm just going to go down in this groove and apply the Gorilla Glue. But I do notice that if I use this Gorilla Glue, it may bond fast. I mean, you know, give me a extra layer of security, of holding security, but it takes it longer to dry. So I'm just applying just one bead down here. But it does make it a lot, using this glue does make it a lot more secure. So instead of it lasting a week or two, it may last years by using this. So now I'm going to take and wrap this around my plate. And because you measured it, it should fit right in that groove. So press it in the groove and hold it. And hold it. So unlike hot glue, this you have to hold it a lot longer for it to adhere to it and stick to it. But just hold it, press it, hold it around. See how it's adhering to it? And this is what the construction looks like. This is the bottom. And this is the inside. So it'll look like it's holding, but after letting it go for a minute, it'll start to come apart. But with the hot glue, it'll in a few seconds instantly adhere and hold it in place. So I think this is heated up. So I have my hot glue. So now I'm going to go in and hold this and apply a bead of hot glue around, pressing it in as I go, just to secure it. So I'm just going to go all the way around. In the inside here, alongside the charger plate. And it looks like I need another piece of another glue stick. Now they do take quite a bit of glue, which I wasn't anticipating that to run out that fast, but it did. So I'm just placing another glue stick in and going to continue. And voila. Place that back on the thing. So now I'm going to press it in and hold it until the glue turns white. Once it turns white, you know it is secure. And I think I need another bead on this side because it didn't get all the way down in there. And I'll press it just to make sure. And it's holding really well. So since that is holding really well, let's do the top. And the top is super, super simple. So I want to make sure that I got this nice and neat. So I'm going to take the scissors and just clean it up. And just clean it up. Just make it perfect circle by going around and just snipping it. Whatever didn't cut when you made it. Okay, this is good. This is going to also be covered up by the lace. So this step is just to make sure we clean it up. And I'm going to take my glue gun again. I'm going to go alongside here. And I probably should have wiped the board because it looks like something got on it before I started this glue. So with the blackboard, you kind of want to be careful with the glue, being messy with the glue, because you can see the glue on the, it shows up better on the blackboard than the whiteboard. The whiteboard, you probably won't be able to see it. So now I'm going to take and add my top, and I'm just sitting this on here. I'm going to overlap just a little bit around it. And hold that down until the glue turns white. Then any part, any part that didn't get enough glue, just go in and add more glue, which I like to just go around and just do another bead of glue. I'm just holding it while I dry. I'm just going to finish this over here. So I'm just going around the bottom of the base here and adding a little more glue. And securing the part. This part over here didn't secure because I didn't hold it long enough. So, but it should dry really, really fast. So how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are creating. Okay, so now we got that. Put that back on there so that can dry. So now, in these designs, I have the dangling ornaments, Valentine's Day ornaments. And I'm going to take a screw stick to be my bar across there. So I'm going to place this screwer from this side of the foam board to that side of the foam board. Now you want to, wherever you place this, the hole for the screwer to come out on the other side, that you want to place it where you want your dangling ornament if you choose to use that. So if I want it to be hung in the front, I will come closer this way. If I want it to come in the back, I'll be more closer that way. So I think I'm going to go in the middle with this one. I'm just going to push it across and make a hole. And now that's in there. So because I placed that there, I want to place the bar. So I'm going to take this bar that I cut, and I'm going to place, first I'm going to see how it sits on there. And this one sits almost level, almost flush. So I'm going to place a bead of glue here and a bead of glue there. And I'm going to take the side that I cut and place it up so that the side that you see is the straight edge. And I'll place that on there. And I'll hold that for a second. Okay, looks like I'm a little off with the glue. Did it dry all the way? Oh, it dried really fast. So I'm just going to go over the top of this glue because it'll heat the glue that I put down there already down there on there. So I wasn't holding it right. I'm just pressing it. So now I have that attached. So now I'm going to add the lace. So this box in particular will get lace just in the front, not all the way around. I don't think this one needs it all the way around, so I'm just going to place this in the front. So we're going to measure from this side to this side. Which will probably be 20 inches because half the circumference of the plate is about 20. So I rush, well, so so now I'm going to take my heat glue again, start over here, and just glue around. I'm going to do this in sections because it seems like this glue dries really fast. So I'm going to attach that by just pressing it up against the glue, the beaded glue that I put on here. You know, and you tend to want to continue, just go around with the glue and be done with it. But you want to make sure that the glue doesn't dry faster than your hands can move with laying the lace on top of there. And this lace is a little bent out of shape. No worries. So I'll just cut this over here, the part that I don't need. So this is a little out of shape, misshapen, this piece. Now I could have taken, I still can take a little like iron and heat and level heat press or something and just go and hit this lace and straighten it out. So now I'm going to move this to the side. So there you have it. There you have it. And I can place my lights in here. And how I place my lights in is I just pull the string out and tape the lights inside of there. I would probably hot glue some roses here, which I think I can do that now. Let me grab the roses. So I'm not going to design this basket on here, this design on here, on this video. But I just wanted to show you guys what you can do with a charger board and a foam board. I mean, charger plate and a foam board. My words is a little jumbled up. So I'm just spacing these 1 inch apart. Placing hot glue on the faux roses. And it fits about 4. And that's cute. I have my bar in there. So I will place my ornament. How I would do that is I would pull the skewer out a little bit, place my ornament, then place it back in the hole on the other side. I like how these ornaments dangle and twist and move to give the shimmer. Then I would go in, oh, I just burnt myself. I would go in with the skewer and I push it through so that just the little piece is hanging off. Hot glue that so it doesn't move. Take my scissors or snips or whatever you have. I think I'm going to use some snips. I just got to grab them. These are wire cutters. And I'm going to snip this because this end is pointy. I'll take my hot glue and just go around it. Put a bead of hot glue right around it. And I think that's good. And voila, the box is complete. Other than the lights being placed in there, the box is complete. I'm going to go and wipe that off, the little mark that's in there. But that's how you would make the display boxes out of a charger board and charger plate and a foam board. Look how pretty that is. But okay, guys, I'm going to end this video. I appreciate you guys for coming and checking out what I'm up to. Yes, so this will be a perfect idea, a beautiful idea for Valentine's Day as well as Mother's Day. I hope you guys found the tutorial very easy and very informative. Until next time, guys, stay up, stay blessed. Peace.